Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we are going to use my rainbow tapes here to create a Pride Month Dutch door spread. We're going to do some slanted Dutch doors and then use these older stickers of mine to decorate it. But we're going to do some simple waterfall tabs that are angled because I thought that would look really cool. These are not a perfect color match, as you can see. Like the yellow's a little different, the green's a little different, but I think it'll still be a really cool effect. These are like 2 years old, so they're only available as printables. I'll link them in my Etsy shop. And then these are available on my website now, amyplansthings.com. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I think purple, because we're gonna have so many Dutch doors, let's do 5 Dutch doors. I think purple needs to be on the very back page, which is not a Dutch door, so we'll just leave that alone. In order to make this fit, the slant has to, go, it can't go past this. So we have to start with the back one in order to make this work. The purple we'll put down at the very end. But let's see. So when they're like this, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th one. I'm going to do it from this side to make sure it's where I want here. So we're doing it a little bit backwards. And we're going to go backwards rainbow order. So blue, because purple's going to be on this page. Okay, and we want to make sure we have enough journaling room. So let's do it like that. It'll be little smaller journaling pages on these ones. Well, that's going to be backwards, right? Because the red we want to be in front. Okay, I am thinking about this all wrong, guys. This is just complicated trying to figure out exactly how to do it. Okay, so let's try putting the red down first. Yeah, okay, not backwards rainbow order. We're starting from the front. Because I'm a little bit unsure, I'm not going to cut anything until we have everything down. So we're going to leave it like this, and then do it like this. So we want when this is open this way. Okay, so maybe we need to do it from this side. Okay, when this is open this way, we want a big slant going on and to go that. And then we will fill in the gap over here with some rainbow stuff. Okay, so all sorts of complicated. Trying to figure out which order to do it in. Okay, so this one, we'll do orange next. We are going to use these, just not part of the slanted Dutch door. So we'll get to those in a little bit. And so no, I'm pretty sure of how we're doing this now. I've got it worked out in my head. It'll be easiest if we trim each of these first. So I've got my scissors here instead of my gyro cut. You guys know I love my gyro cut, but for straight lines, this is going to be easier. Okay. We'll just leave the ends hanging off for now, just as we look at everything. And then I need to make sure that I'm keeping this so we don't see any white underneath and that we get the rainbow effect. Okay, cool. Okay, these are gonna come up as I'm cutting because they're gonna hit my sleeve and stuff. So I'm just gonna trim the ends. And this is so close to there, it's just easier to cut upside down. Go. Now you could do the same thing with any colors, or if you wanted to do a rainbow but not a slanted Dutch door, you could keep them, you know, the vertical method. I just thought it would be really cool to do it like this, and then you'll see how I do my little collage on this side as well. Okay. Sometimes I'm too exuberant tearing the washi. So we'll just get that started again. All right, we'll try to line this one up. You may have to shift things. Yeah, it's a little bit too far over, so let's shift one side at a time. Nope, still more. That's a good spot. The hardest part is that you can't follow the dot grid when you're doing a slanted Dutch door. That looks pretty even. Okay. Alrighty. We'll of course get the back side of these with the same colors, and then I still have my thin tapes that I want to use. Right. There we go so far. Next up is green. Completely off. Okay. That'll do. It is really fun to make many Dutch doors on a spread. It just, there's something about it that is really fun. I don't know. I really enjoy it. And we are almost at the end of this journal. Oh my gosh, am I going to finish it before the end of June? If I can stretch it out, it might be nice to start one on the 1st of July. I'll have to count that out later and see. So I'm kind of holding this down while placing this to try to get it in the right spot. Yeah, that did it. Okay. And now, is this the last Dutch door, or are we going to do one with purple? Purple will be on the last page. I just don't, we have 5 Dutch doors. Maybe we should count out the month right now and see where we're at. Okay. So that looks really cool, but let's see. So this was my monthly memories cover page. So we've got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 3rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I will not start July here. I'll just do a wrap-up page. But for that, let's see, we could do like 2 Dutch doors, like 3 Dutch doors. Yeah, I better not cut this one if I want 2 more spreads out of this notebook after this. So we will make this the back page. Okay, so Now the hardest part is almost done. There's that one. And then on this side, we're gonna do one right here so we know where to start our next part. Just get it lined up correctly. Okay, there we go. So no more measuring things. Now we have everything laid out. And I'll show you what my plan is. Okay, so first I'm gonna get washi tape on the back sides, and then we're gonna fill these in with continuing the rainbow on both of the sides, so that when you have any page open, you just see rainbow on the outsides. Okay, all the scraps cut off. So when these second, third, fourth, fifth Dutch doors open, you won't see as much of this one. So it's not necessarily going to line up with rainbow order when these are open, but we're going to put them in rainbow order from viewing it from the front. Hey, scrap, let's get out of there. Okay, I'm going to trim all that in a minute. It's just easier to lay down the tapes. And I have more tapes to lay down, so we're just going to wait a minute before we trim everything. Then I have to find some boxes. So I probably have most colors of the rainbow in boxes, so we're going to take a look and figure that out. The other option as you're doing this, if you're doing something like this that's like with different colors per page, is you could do this whole page as blue, for instance, and this whole page as purple, for instance. But I'm doing it front and back same color instead. Okay, so we did all those. Now, my idea is to do a thin tape border on each of these. I think it might look nice. So we're going to test that out. Okay. And just give it a little bit of a gap. Okay, I need a little more hanging off there. Like that. It does cut into our functional space just that much more, but I think it's going to look really cool. So we're going to put it on a couple of these and then decide. This one is the one that we don't quite have enough space, but that's okay. Let's try orange. Oh, I need that one again. Yeah, I think I like the way that looks. So we're gonna keep doing this. So these washi tapes are available in my shop now. You can buy the whole set, all 12 of them. It gives you a little bit of a discount. Or you can buy the 6-pack of the thin tapes or each of these pattern tapes individually. So these ones only come in the set of 6 tapes. These are 6 millimeters wide and the pattern ones are 10 millimeters wide. Hey, 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 don't do that. So sorry if I'm not chatty as much today. My son was up last night. He got his toddler bed a couple weeks ago. It's all been going well. But the last 2 nights, he's been up a lot. He was up from 3 to 4:30 last night with me. So I'm getting this done, then I might take a nap. But as many of you know, kids go through phases, and hopefully this sleep thing will end soon and he'll go back to sleeping through the night. But yeah, I'm a little tired today, but I still wanted to get this done with y'all. So we're doing it because a little bit of creative time, even when I'm tired, is always great for my self-care and well-being. Okay. We'll trim all these ones before we do the outside stuff, just because we have a lot of stuff hanging off here now. Okay. So it may just be easier to trim this side and then go to the top. Okay. Towards the end of the notebook, these pages just want to flip open because the bulk of the book's over here. So they're just popping up. I love getting to the end of a notebook though. Let's see, how many do I have up on my shelf? I have all my completed ones. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 completed creative journals. So this will be number 7. And then I have 1 completed bullet journal up there since I just started my bullet journaling in notebooks last year. I had been occasionally doing bullet journal type stuff in a disc bound notebook, Happy Planner. Like I was making habit trackers and mood trackers, but nothing quite as much as what I was doing last year and then this year. Okay. Right here at the middle is the hardest to cut. Okay, I'm covered in scraps. Let's move these out of the way. All right, that looks pretty good. Oh, maybe I can, haha, look at this. A faster hack for y'all. Hold all the pages together and trim them all at once. That worked really well. Okay. All right, and there are our slanted waterfall tabs. Okay, so now we are going to put the little purple one on this side and then do a set of all the colors again. Okay, so because this is purple, we're going to go blue and so on. And we might have to do more than one set. We might have to go back to purple if this doesn't go all the way through them. Okay, next up is green. Had to think through backwards rainbow order. At least I'm better than that than trying to spell while backwards while talking to you guys. That's always a fail. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go to the purple again. I don't know how far we're going to get, but we're definitely going to need more than one loop of colors here. Hey, stay down, please. The other option is we could put like some of these flowers in here and cut them right to the edge. But I think do I? Let's just pick up one. Maybe. Okay, we're going to pause. Just not do any more on this page yet. We're going to trim it. We're going to get the other side done, see how far we go. Because we're not going to run out of space on that, or we're not going to have too much space on that side. So it might be that I don't like the idea of that once I see this side having been completed. By the way, these stickers are in Dutch Doors Volume 3. Just decorated that one in yesterday's video, so you can go check that out. That was a nice, quick and easy Dutch door setup. Okay. So many scraps this time. Okay. So we've got that, and then it looks like this as you close it. Super cool. Let's get this. We'd continue going back to red here. You know, I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about those flowers over here, and I'm liking the idea because every page is gonna have a flower on it layered with the boxes. That's what I'd like to do. So if I can get the layered ones with all the colors of the rainbow over there, it might just look really nice. That is not the right one. Red and orange, yellow. Okay. That might actually look really nice. I think we're gonna do it. I've convinced myself. Oh, and we do need, before I forget, where is the thin purple? Just to match all the other pages, it needs the thin tape. And then that was kind of perfect. I'm just gonna leave that little tiny bit blank. It's honestly not even worth putting in red right there because we got to the end. Okay. This is looking so cool. It's going to be easier to cut this way since I'm right-handed. Okay. Get all the scraps. All right, so what I want to do is put this one and this one into here. They are set up for Dutch doors, though we're obviously not using them for that today. But I'm gonna get this one like that, leaving all the little edges sitting on the edge of my table in case I need them. But by getting all the colors of these flowers in here, no matter which page we're on and which boxes we're doing and stuff like that, it's gonna look good, I think. Okay, using that little scrap, and then I think we're gonna put in some of the green because we didn't get like any of the green into that part. So then we get it there. Okay, and then scraps. Fill this tiny gap. I don't even need to fill it, but I'm gonna. All right, let's trim all that. And I need to gather some box stickers. I think the summer boxes for Mojo Jojo Plans have many of what I'll need, but I may have to take a look at a few sticker books to find exactly what we need. So I will do that on my own rather than putting you all through all of that. But look at that, that looks cool. So you'll see it no matter which one of these we're on, and that's cool. Okay, all right, yes, this will work for everything. I don't have very many of some of the colors left though. So some of them are gonna be the lined journaling boxes, which I tend not to gravitate towards as much, but I mean, we'll use what we can. Okay, so this one's gonna be a purple one. So we're just gonna go from front to back by colors, and I'm just gonna grab the same colors for the boxes. I don't always do that, but in this case we're going to, because we're doing kind of colorful by page. So this is one of our purple pages. I'm going to put it here. We will layer it. Okay. So we're going to flip through this book quite a bit, going through all the pages. Since we did a large sticker here and we don't have as much room here, I'm going to do a smaller one, and we're going to follow this pattern down just because that I think works well. Now these colors aren't going to be the exact color of my tapes, but again, it's kind of pretty close, just like these aren't going to be perfect. But I think it looks pretty good. Okay, now on this one, let's go ahead and do that again, because I don't want always this side to have the bigger sticker, but we are going to move it over here like that. And then find the orange and start down here. Okay, see what kinds of orange stickers I have. I have a lined big one, or I could do smaller ones, but I've used those medium ones. Oh, I have one left. We are gonna put it, see, this one has bigger than more in, but I think this would look, well, let's do it here. Let's do it here. Okay, and then we'll get one of these ones like that. Okay. When I have a little bit more space, I like to layer 3 boxes together, but we just don't have the space in this one. Now this one, I'm out of bigger boxes. So we are going to be adding some journaling boxes in a few places. So we'll just go ahead and use one of these. Let's do it here. Going out like that. Okay. Yellow is the one that I've used a ton of. So I have one box that size. I'm thinking about this page and the next page. I've also used a ton of blue, but I have more blue options. Okay, so one of the yellows is going to have to be a large one or a long one. Okay, on this page though, let's go ahead and do this one to kind of match. And then we will use a bigger one on this side. We also, yeah, okay. But I need a smaller box if I have any. I may not have any, and that's okay. Okay, I don't. That's fine. We're just going to move on. Now, do I do one of these or do one of these? I think because I don't have other layering options, we're going to do a big one and just put it right up here, except that is not straight. There we go. Ah, that was a wrinkle in there. Let's fix that. Okay. So going to the green now. As you can tell, I've used this book so much, it's just completely falling apart. Okay, I have some little boxes here. Since it's falling apart, I'm just gonna pull that to the side for now. And we will go ahead and do this one. And then this one. I didn't want 2 of the very large boxes on this page. I thought that would be too much. But, hey, look, it's green and green. Since I had this one here, I don't really want another large one there, just to make every page a little bit different. So let's do a long, skinny one. Let's actually have it go all the way down here and go a little bit over this. I think that's okay in this instance. This is maybe a little too small to layer like that. We're just not gonna have any layering on this one either. Okay, blue. I do have these ones, which I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one. And use one of these. Down here, up here. This kind of, even though it's not gonna go all the way up, it kind of follows a pattern. All right. Let's do it in the middle. This sticker book is all over the place. Okay. And then purple. So let's find that purple again. And this is a large page. So why don't we just go ahead and use a large sticker. And if we have like a medium one, we can also layer over it. But I'll do it like here. Let's just see. No, I used all these ones. Let's check the next page. No, I think it's good the way it is. Okay, so now we have to layer in just a couple of stickers as we do this. So like just simple matching the colors. This one, I'm actually going to do something. I think it'll be fun to have this one go right on this line, and have this one like coming out of the sticker. It goes a little bit over the edge, but it looks nice. It looks good. This one will do like that. And this one will do right here. Okay. So green is the one that is just like not matching the most, but we're just going with it. As I said, they were created in completely different years, not meant to go together, but I thought it would be a fun thing to do. All right. Now, what happened? We skipped a page. I was like, why do I still have two? Skipped a page. I knew that we'd be using both of them with the double-sided pieces. Here or here? I think up here this time. All right, and then I do have all these other ones. I do have some small ones, so I could fill some gaps, but they are the same exact sticker. Let's just look. No, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I don't think we need to use those extra stickers. Okay, so we used my Rainbow Doodle Florals printable kit, which is available on my Etsy. It's linked down below. We used my 12 rainbow washi tapes available on my website, and we used Mojo Jojo Plan's summer boxes. This is an older book, as noted by how much I've used it and how much it's falling apart, but she has a lot of great box stickers. She's the place I go to get all the different colors. So here is our final flip. I absolutely love this. This was so fun. I hope you love it too. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.